great. I thought I saw a pulsation of the heart. You're right. Dr. Bradshaw is beginning to breathe. You've brought this man back to life.
Groovy Ghoulies, it's me, your old Uncle Todd here with Sonny. Say hi. Don't get cute. Today, we have a film noir meets horror film. 1956's The Indestructable Man, starring Lon Chaney Jr., who did a lot of work in crime films as well as horror. So he's perfect to bridge the gap between the two. On the one side, you've got a mad scientist who brings a convicted murderer back to bulletproof life. And he goes on a rampage to get revenge on the people that betrayed him. And on the other end, you've got a lot of low-rank criminals, some great location shooting, a detective who narrates most of the film, and a burlesque dancer with a heart of gold. And that's burlesque, not a stripper. Big difference. The film opens with Lon Chaney Jr. playing Butcher Benton, a convicted murderer who is sentenced to the death chamber. And here he is visited by his lawyer for one last time, and this is the only dialogue Chaney has in the entire film. And that's okay, because like his father, he was great at expressing everything through emotions, his face, and his physicality.
The evidence against you is so strong, the governor turned down your appeal.
You're a rotten liar, Lo. You started railroading me from the beginning of the trial. And now you're still trying to throw me curves.
Look, I don't blame you for being edgy, but get this straight. I didn't double-cross you. I never worked harder for a client.
You mean you never worked harder for a client to get him sentenced?
You were a fool, Butcher. If you hadn't tried to double-cross Squeamy Ellis and Joe Marcelli, they wouldn't have turned state's evidence against you. But you had to get greedy. You wanted to keep the whole $600,000 for yourself. Well, the boys got sore, and I don't blame them.
It was all your idea. You planned the whole job. You hired us. When you found out I'd staged the money, you decided it was time for me to die. You got those two crumbs to turn state's evidence on me. You stinking rotten mouthpiece.
We both know that isn't true, Butcher. Now, look, what's the sense in not giving me the money? It's not going to do you any good.
Well, I'll have the satisfaction of knowing that none of you three crumbs are going to spend it.
What about Eva? Don't you owe her something? You tell me where the money is, I'll see that she gets your share.
I've got a different idea. I'm going to kill you and Squeamy and Joe. Then I'll take care of Eva myself.
You thick-headed ape, you're going to die tomorrow.
Remember what I said. I'm going to get you, all three of you.
Even for you, Butcher, that'd be quite a trick. So long, dead man.
Remember what I said. I'm going to kill you, all three of you.
At this point, we're introduced to our hero, Lieutenant Dick Chasen, played by Casey Adams. Although the case is officially closed with the execution of Butcher Benton, he still wants to work the case on his off time because he's looking for the missing money that came from the robbery. So his first order of business is to visit Butcher's girlfriend, Eva Martin, played by Marion Carr.
I headed for Eva Martin. She worked in a local burlesque house. I'm a cop, and my job is to ask questions and get answers. So I decided I might as well start again with her.
in. Oh. What do you want?
I'd like to talk to you.
Talk? You're a cop, aren't you?
That's a good question. I can't even find a 3-ton armored car, let alone the $600,000, and I've been on the case a year.
I've told you, and I've told you, and I've told you. I don't know anything about the money. I never did.
Benton's gonna be dead in a little while. I thought it might make a difference.
I never knew anything about the money. Call me dumb. I didn't even know Charles was in the rackets until the trial.
Now, take it easy, kid.
You're on, Eva.
Not exactly Jack Webb, is he? Anyway, after that visit, she is next visited by Butcher's lawyer, and he makes a very interesting discovery.
A few moments ago, Butcher Benton, without revealing the whereabouts of the $600,000 stolen in the armored car holdup, paid for his crimes against society in the gas chamber at San Quentin. Now for a look at the international scene. Today...
Come on, baby. Don't waste tears on Benton.
I feel so badly about Charles. If I'd known, maybe I could have done something.
How about a drink? We could both use one.
An artist can't drink while she's working, Paul.
Boy, see. What's that? Well, now what's the matter?
It's a message from Charles. He told me to open it if he died.
Finale, Eva.
All right.
How about a steak after the show?
No, thanks. Not tonight, Paul.
I didn't find out until much later, but Paul Lowe, in opening the letter the butcher had given Eva, found a map outlining a section of the city sewer system, and clearly identified was the spot where the butcher had hidden the stolen payroll. He replaced it with a $50 bill. I guess he figured $50 to gain $600,000 was not a bad day's work.
Those of you with sharp ears probably noticed Casey Adams was also the voice of the radio announcer. At this point, Butcher's body is stolen by 2 scientists who use it in an experiment for a proposed cancer cure, in which they revive him. Although the process, which involved a lot of electricity, burned out his vocal cords so he can't talk. He also got some tremendous strength added to him. And one more thing was discovered, and of course, Butcher repaid this kindness of him being revived in the only way he knows how.
Why won't the needle penetrate the skin?
Tissue must be nearly a solid mass of cells.
How are we going to get the blood sample?
Surgically, perhaps. Now, easy, then. Take it easy. You can't leave here now. I'm responsible for your being alive.
Yes, I know that scientifically doesn't make any sense. Yes, I know everything in the world is a solid mass of cells. It's just a movie. Don't worry about it. Well, while the butcher is making his way back to LA on foot, our intrepid detective returns to the burlesque and takes Eva out for a drive-in hamburger. There they sit and talk about their lives, which we don't have to really get into. Also, while this is going on, the lawyer is pulling together the old gang who pulled the heist to get ready to go where the hiding place of the money is and crack it open. Meanwhile, Butcher, as luck would have it, comes upon someone with something he needs, a car. They just need a little help getting it fixed.
Well, see, you're a real gentleman to be helping strangers in distress. I hope you don't mind me using the babe here as bait. Quite a dish, isn't she? But that's what she gets paid for. Bait, that is. Yes, sir. She's a real shaker artist of my outfit. Carnival man myself. Just call me Connie. Yeah. Well, friend, we're in a little bit of difficulty here. Got a flat tire, brand new car, no tools in the back. Why, some of these dealers make my carnival grifters look like babes in the woods. Holy. Say, who you with, Fred? Let it down. Let it down. No matter who you with, friend, believe me, I can do better for both of us. I'll make a fortune for the both of us. Oh.
That was nasty the way he snapped that guy's spine. Needless to say, word of this madman on the loose gets out, so a roadblock is set up. It does not go well. Once back in Los Angeles, the Butcher's first move is to visit Eva and get his map back.
Can't be. But you do look like him. Only different somehow. It is you. Why didn't somebody tell me? What's happened, Charles? Those look like bullet holes. Are they? There's not even a mark. I opened it like you told me. I found the $50. I didn't know why you left it. Oh, Paul didn't know why he was here. Don't play crazy.
I like them eyes on Chaney. Well, Eva, worried that the Butcher is out to kill people, tries to call the detective. Dick's not in. She tries to call the lawyer. Paul's not in. Left with no other choice, she rushes out herself to try to prevent the tragedy. She's not fast enough. The actor playing the victim there is Ken Terrell. He was a famous stuntman of the day, and at that time he had injured his leg, hence the crutches. Eva, having missed out on warning him in time, rushes to the other henchmen in the group, with unfortunately the same result. Yes, that location there was the famous Bradbury Building, site of many films. With this second murder, Eva is found by the police. She's taken to Detective Chasen. She tells her side of the story. And he is forced to accept that the killer is bitten when fingerprints at both scenes come back with his fingerprints. Meanwhile, the attorney Paul Lowe has discovered his two henchmen are dead. Fearing he may be the next, he punches a cop so he can be thrown in jail. But our wily detective isn't about to let that stand and pulls a little scheme of his own.
Come on out.
I think you'll find everything in there. You're free to go, Mr. Lowe.
Wait a minute. Who do you think you're kidding? You arrested me for assaulting an officer. Court, I'll plead guilty. With luck, I might get off with 6 months.
For a lawyer, you're forgetting a very important point. If no charge is made, there's no trial. It was a tough day for everyone. We figured your nerves were on edge, and when you threw the punch, you didn't know what you were doing. I've squared everything with the sergeant. It's all over, all forgotten.
Yeah? Why'd you bring a stenographer?
Simply because I wanted a record of our conversation at the time of your release. Okay, Lowe, let's go.
Oh, wait a minute. Once out on those streets and I'm a dead man. You let me go, you'll be responsible for murder.
Oh, come off it, Lowe. You're imagining things.
You know the butcher threatened to kill me. You set me free, he'll do it.
Well, that's just a risk we'll have to take. But the way I look at it, Mr. Lowe, you'll be okay.
Look, Captain, I'll make a deal with you. You keep me here and I'll tell you how to recover the money. Maybe even catch the butcher.
No deals, Lowe. You'd probably tell us anything just to stall for time. Come on, let's get out of here.
Now, wait a minute. All right. I'll tell you the truth. Start taking this down. I, Paul Lowe, hired Butcher Benton, Squeamy Ellis, and Joe Maselli to pull off the armored car holdup.
Well, now that they know where the butcher is going to be, they head into the sewers, taking along a couple of special weapons they think might help take care of him.
Hold it, Butcher. Let him have it.
The now not so indestructible man heads for the surface, where, in an attempt to get away, he decides to perform the final scene of White Heat. of the world, Ma. Well, with the case now officially really closed, our hero takes Eva on another drive-in hamburger date and performs what has to be the douchiest marriage proposal ever put on film.
I suppose you'll be assigned to another case. I'll have to give up hamburgers in the front seat of the car for steaks in a restaurant.
No, I've thought about that. In fact, I decided to do something about it. I started by talking the captain into a short holiday, and just about an hour ago, I got you fired.
What? What did you do that for?
I figured that being my wife would take up all of your time.
Even if I wanted to say no, I couldn't. You're not supposed to say no to a detective.
I figured that, too.
I can't believe that actually worked. Only in the 50s. Well, that's the end of the movie. And all in all, it's another one of my favorites. I remember watching it growing up as a kid and loving it. Lon Chaney is a powerhouse of a performer. Although he doesn't have any dialogue, again, his physicality and his facial expressions really convey a lot. And he's probably one of his most brutal characters he's ever played. Although he lets a little pathos shine through, especially in the scenes with Marion Carr. Casey Adams, not so good. I mean, he's okay. He was more of a comedic performer anyways. And it's just kind of hard to see him as a tough cop. But for all that, he's okay. Marion Carr, lovely woman. She gives a little bit of character to what is essentially a one-note character. And I enjoyed her. For what it is, it's a nice little programmer. Second half of a double bill, as it were. And for that, it's very suitable. Always good to watch, like it late at night. You're having a snack. Well, that's all for this episode. Please hit like, share, and subscribe. And as always, stay after the credits for my favorite scene.
What's happened?
A guy named Squeamy got thrown from the 5th floor. He's deader than a mackerel. Customer of mine.
You mean Squeamy Ellis?
Yeah, that's it.
Just Squeamy. No one else was killed.
Ain't one enough?